Los Angeles, California, with the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Hello there, friends! And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who recently found out he's allergic to pants and underwear and is discovering right now that he has a very itchy boner. That's Jeff Clark.
What's up? Hey, Puminati.
And transmitting to us from the back corner of the gym, the only man that can pick his nose and eat it while wearing boxing gloves, Shuddy Boy.
Yo. Yeah, right.
So have you
That would be fucking rad.
have you dropped anybody in the gym yet and stood over them like Muhammad Ali and gone, bleh, bleh?
No. I am not at that level yet.
Talking about the iconic Sonny Liston photo where Muhammad Ali stands over him flexing.
I'm really confident when the person in front of me is not throwing punches back. So I have not gotten back in the sparring ring until my defense gets better.
You're an offensive player.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
That is something they
I took my-
don't tell you often when you're starting out boxing, that it's much easier to hit somebody when they're not punching back.
I've taken my video game fighting game style of button mashing and never using the block button to the boxing ring, and it does not work.
Hey, stop blocking my Hadoukens.
Stop hitting me.
Foul. I don't think he can do that, ref. This guy just straight up hit me.
Punch me right in the head. Thought we said no face shots.
Nope, no belly shots either. Also, no penis. But I can hit you. Okay, start. So how many times a week are you going to go to this, Shuddy?
I go to the gym 3 times a week.
Really
Jesus.
beats everyone's ass.
Yeah, you might have to step in and fight that big chin Paul brother, whichever one was fighting Mike Tyson.
Oh, this fight is still on. It's just being pushed back because Tyson has ulcers.
Tyson's old and he
Yeah.
shouldn't be fighting.
Wow.
I heard that there might be, if they can't get this fight back on schedule, then they might do Logan Paul versus Jake Paul, which would be moderately interesting.
Yeah. Is there any chance that could end in a fatal double KO?
A retirement match, if you will.
Yeah, they do
Whoever
that.
loses has to just fucking go into the witness protection program.
Wasn't there a Rocky where the guy that Rocky was fighting, they both punch each other in the face at the same exact time? Or was that a Creed movie?
Apollo.
Yeah.
That's
Do that, except they both threw a kill shot.
You're talking about, yeah, that's the end of Rocky 2, yeah? Believe so.
I don't know. You guys are the Rocky historians.
And Rocky gets up.
Yep, and Apollo can't. Spoiler alert. Rocky won.
He gets up better than he does at the beginning of Rocky 4, though.
Oh, yeah.
You might say his start was a little rocky. So I'm guessing. Okay, better question. How long
Yes.
have you been going to the gym 3 days a week? One day.
So no. So before, it's been since I got back from California and was no longer sick.
All right, so a couple weeks.
Couple weeks, and prior to that, I was going once or twice a week.
Okay. Man, so do you feel like your shoulders are getting bigger?
Shoulders are getting bigger, biceps are getting bigger. I don't feel like I'm losing much here, but I'm getting more solid in the middle. Um, I'm sweating. Well, it's getting hotter, and there's the gym. It's not air conditioned, so I'm sweating more. Uh,
Aren't you on the board of
I like.
directors now? You should be like, you know what? You get an air conditioning in this place, or I'm shutting you down.
Well, I no. I'm actually. I was saying this morning that I generally do not like being super sweaty, but for some reason at the boxing gym it doesn't bother me. Like it feel like honestly at the boxing gym I feel like a pussy because I'm one of the only people working out not in a sauna suit. Uh
Like one of those Missy Elliott garbage bag suits?
yeah,
Man.
that's the way that you'll understand it. Yes.
So does that mean you're going to buy one? Because you currently feel like a poser being there without it?
I am resistant to that idea.
What's holding you back?
Well, one, I am not really looking to be a fighter, so, I don't need to rapidly cut weight.
You just want to get to a point where if you're working at one of the stores and a customer comes up and says, hey, I ordered this without granola and you guys put granola on it, you can leap over the counter and beat the fucking shit out of them.
More like I started doing this as a way to exercise during the spring and summer until snowboarding begins again.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm getting out
It's
of
real
it what
passion.
I want. It's not nearly as relaxing as snowboarding.
No way. Definitely not. Snowboarding is like therapy.
Yeah,
Boxing
this
is terrifying.
This is therapeutic too, but in a different way.
Yeah.
This is like getting it all out where snowboarding is just letting it all go.
Well,
Like snowboarding is more meditation. This is aggression. So this is pounding it out versus just letting it.
oh yeah, take it.
Pounding it out, except for instead of making love to it.
Yeah, snowboarding is like making love. Boxing is just like pounding the shit out of a dude.
I walked
Snowboarding
myself
is
into all of those. So good on you guys. Good on you guys.
no good. Good on you. You helped us. We couldn't have gotten there without you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I recently, Shuddy, had to purchase some, I don't know, extra wearables. Not as cool as a sweat bag.
Okay,
But-
what do you mean by extra wearables?
I had to get this motherfucker. So it's like,
What's going on? You got
He's
some
got a
arch problems?
compression sock basically on because of his fucking ankle, his calf pain is
No, it's-
what I'm.
my Achilles tendon. It kind of got better, and I would like wake up in the morning and get out of bed. I'm like, ooh, I can take steps without being in extreme pain. And then it came back with a vengeance, and I can feel my, like if I give my Achilles tendon like a little bit of a titty honk, my right one is very skinny. My left one is big and fat, and there's also like a knot on it now. There's like a little bump. And I just don't want to get caught up, not to sound like Jeff, but I don't want to get caught up in the medical healthcare Ferris wheel where I show it to a doctor and she's like, oh, well, here's the thing, go get physical therapy. And then I show up for physical therapy and I'm like, oh, that's not a thing, you need to see a foot specialist. And then the foot specialist is like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to send you back to your original doctor. And in the meantime, I've paid $500 fucking on copays and all that shit. So I've resorted to Uncle Google, and I I now am going to have to just really old man the shit. And you know what? It's kind of fucking bullshit because I didn't really play any sports in high school. Everybody I know that's my age throughout the years, and they're like, oh man, I have to get ACL surgery. I tore my ACL playing football in high school. Or I fucked up a jump shot when I was playing basketball in college. And it's like, I got kicked off the golf team and I wrestled one year. That's it. Why am I falling the fuck apart? Like my knees all fucked up, my shoulders all fucked up, but I now have to wear braces, and I had to order some ice packs because I have to, when I'm not, I guess, going about my day, I have to elevate my leg and put fucking wrapped up ice packs on it with a compression sock. It's almost like I'm trying as desperately as I can to not be middle-aged, and my biology is just like, fuck you. Here we go. You're going to walk like you just got a shuddy boy pounding in the ass. Shoulder's going to hurt, so you can't do curls or push-ups.
I forget, how did the foot thing happen again?
I have no fucking idea. Like
It just started hurting?
Yeah. Like when I would...
And you went to the doctor for it?
Well, I had a physical, so I just mentioned it while I was at the physical. So, I don't know. But she gave me a thing for, like, if the doctor can't solve it and they give you a referral, I've been in that fucking, healthcare purgatory where you just get sent to someone else and sent to someone else and they send you to somebody else. But every step along the way...
You make fun of me for talking about that, but... I made a good point. And then
you don't even
South
go in
Park
to get
also
physicals
talked
and
about
stuff.
It. No, that's how it starts, Kevin. That's how it starts.
Like, you're not even the least bit curious if blood
I have
work would show
prostate cancer?
something
I am.
You are?
No.
Go get your ass
I
fingered.
actually just read. I did read. I read that former basketball player Alonzo Mourning just got prostate cancer removed, or maybe his whole prostate removed, if that's physically possible, because of prostate cancer. And now he's becoming a prostate cancer awareness, or he's raising prostate cancer awareness. Excuse me.
He has turned himself into prostate cancer.
I didn't know how I wanted to word it. I should have just said prostate cancer awareness advocate. But
there you go.
I thought midway through, no, can we go back? We just back up and just go raising awareness for prostate cancer. Either way, same difference. That's what Alonzo Mourning is working on. And then had me thinking, like, man, maybe I should get my prostate, my butthole fingered eventually, right? I mean, when are you supposed to do it? I'm 37 right now.
So initially they said 40. And I remember that was one of the biggest things about turning 40 for me, where I was like, oh no, it's butt time. Because I'm not like...
Oh, you were looking forward to it. Come on.
I don't have the hang-ups.
I remember talking to you in New Orleans. You were super jacked up about getting the colon looked at.
Yeah.
And prostate.
I mean, I don't have the hang-ups that Jeff does. I'm not like, oh no, I might turn gay. I just have
That's how it starts.
A permanently, I don't know, sunburnt butthole. Like, nothing going into my butt feels good. It hurts super bad. I don't think I've ever made it past a knuckle. So, I don't want to get ravaged. I know those doctors do it on the regular. So, they're just like, this isn't like a special once upon a time, let's take this carefully thing. This is just like, you show up for work, you do your job, you're kind of on autopilot. Just going to fucking spit on 2 fingers and kraka! And fucking Bruce Lee stick me right in my bungus. I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to hurt. But I went in. I think I went in the last physical, and I was like, do I have to get my ass fingered? And she was like, no, you don't. Do you have any history of it in your family? I was like, no. She's like, all right, well, now we don't really start finger blasting you until you're 45.
Man, it would have been great if she used that word, though. Finger blasting.
Yeah, but I mean, the only reason I did go back to the doctor because, I talked about it last time. I had super high cholesterol, and she was worried, and so this was like the 6-month checkup to see. And I tried for like, I don't know, maybe a month, and then I was just like, fuck it, this is too hard. I'm just gonna throw in as many salads throughout the week as I can, and every now and then give in to temptation where I get, ramen or pizza or something delicious. And I did cut bacon out for the most part. But man, I went back and my cholesterol was still super high. So now I have to take fucking CoQ10 every day. And then she was like, your prostate is good. And I was like, but wait a second, you didn't finger me. And she was like, oh, I could tell in your blood work. It's like, well, if you could tell in my blood work, why does anybody need to get fingered? What is this shit?
Some people ask for it, Kevin.
I mean, I did mention, I was like, it's interesting that you mentioned that my prostate is fine because I usually wake up a couple times throughout the night to piss. And if I drink like a bottle of water, I'll piss like 3 times in 5 minutes. And she's like, no, you're fine. You know what we probably should do is give you a sleep study. And I was like, what? No. That sounds expensive. But I get the impression she is doing everything she can to avoid fingering me, which, I'm not going to hate on her for that.
Speaks to your sunburnt butthole issue.
Like, I get it, lady. I don't want to finger me either. But yeah, I do have this fucking thing on my foot now. Because they say if it like doesn't get better on its own, Achilles tendonitis, it'll eventually just get so tightened that it can like burst and your Achilles tendon can tear. And then that's a huge fucking mess to deal with.
What kind of exercises are you doing to help it get better?
Nothing. I mean,
that seems like you should maybe start doing that if you're that concerned about it.
Well, I Googled it and it said something about doing calf lifts, but it's like, it also says you're not supposed to walk or run. I feel like a calf lift is pretty close to walking and running.
But it's neither of those things.
But doesn't your
calf lift?
Yeah. Look, I mean, watch like an X-ray of a foot taking a step, and then watch an X-ray of a foot doing a calf raise. It's kind of the same fucking thing. You're going up on your toes, right?
Well, how do you build strength? Like, is your plan just to sit on the couch until it gets stronger?
See, that's what I don't get because it says like rest, ice, compression, elevate. So if I'm doing fucking
but
calf
eventually
lifts,
you're gonna have to do PT, right? Some physical training.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get out of.
Well, no, you have to do physical. You basically have to do physical therapy, or it's never going to get stronger, Kevin. It's just going to deteriorate.
You need like steroids. Well, no.
Well, here's the real mother.
He just needs to do calf lifts.
It's like he wants to know Ozempic for his foot.
That's exactly what he wants.
Okay,
BBL Crizzy over here.
My big thing is like, what am I supposed to do? The calf raises or rest? That's like, hey doctor, my head hurts. Okay. Don't take any blows to the head, and also hit yourself in the head with a hammer.
So here's how we answer that question, real simply. What have you done so far?
Nothing.
You've rested. Has it helped?
Well, I wouldn't say I've rested because I wasn't. This is what I was trying to say before. The real motherfucker of this whole thing, I was like, okay, why do I have Achilles tendonitis? What the fuck is this from? And it's like overuse.
Because you have a bitch ass Achilles. Oh, overuse.
Like how the fuck could anything that I do in my daily life be considered overusing my Achilles tendon?
Well, I mean, did the doctor say overuse?
No. The doctor just took my money and pawned me off to somebody else.
So essentially, the issue is you have bitch ass Achilles. So you gotta strengthen them.
And I mean, has it even been
I'm trying to
confirmed
combat your
that
retardation.
it's Achilles tendonitis?
Yes, it is.
I think you should do that. I mean, maybe you should do both. You should do calf raises when you're not resting it.
I guess.
Right? I mean,
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna try the rest thing, and I got my ice
So
pack.
according to the Mayo Clinic,
Don't cut off shutting, Kevin.
you should only be ricing it while it's swollen. And then once the swelling has gone down, you should be exercising it.
Okay, so right now it is swollen like a motherfucker.
Gotcha.
So then that's when you rest, ice, compress, elevate. Your foot should be up on the dining room table next to the computer right now.
I'm just going to get stirrups made, podcasting stirrups. I'm going to just do the show like this.
What's man? I forgot my question.
Oh, man, that
What?
seductive pose gave me a boner. Now my brain is scrambled.
Yeah, I got lost in your stirrups.
I got lost in your grundle. But yeah.
Oh,
that's
Kevin,
been-
sounds like your legs are completely fucked.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Like, I don't know. I wasn't terribly active in my younger years, and now I'm suffering like I was. But Jeff, I saw.
Well, now it seems like you're being punished for not being active, because if your legs were stronger, maybe you wouldn't have this issue, or maybe it's a case of
I don't
damned
think
if you do, damned if you don't.
it might be because I don't know. Everything I've seen it says Achilles tendonitis is due to overuse.
But that can't be the case here.
It can't. That's why I'm
It
fucking
can't,
stumped.
right? So we know that whatever you read doesn't apply to you. So it's not a usage thing; it's a bitch assness thing. Would be my guess.
Maybe.
So you just gotta strengthen them, man. You gotta do the calf races. Obviously, when the swelling goes down. After what's the acronym for
Rice.
ice lift? Rice. Gotcha.
What does rice stand for? Rice lift.
Dude, there was like some Barstool, one of these Barstool videos they were asking employees around the office what the acronym ARMY stands for. And I never looked it up.
Is that
But
real?
I'm pretty sure ARMY isn't an acronym. That would have been my guess.
I didn't think it was either. Because they've always talked
Right.
about, like, even in, ancient history or whatever, they refer to those people as having armies. So what
Yeah, I
was
don't
their
believe in
acronym?
I don't believe ARMY is an acronym.
I don't think it is either. But who knows? I am very stupid.
I'm not the brightest bulb either.
I'm not an acronym scientist.
I'm not an acronymist.
Well, speaking of ailments, Jeff, how have your wisdom teeth been healing up?
Pretty good.
How do you feel?
I'm
1 to 10 right now.
Like 8.
Oh,
9,
really?
I'll
As
say.
in bad?
Oh, no, good. Towards the
Okay,
good.
okay.
10 I thought would be back to 100%. 0 would be still in surgery, is what I thought you meant.
Okay, so you're feeling
no.
you're feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. It's still weird, the space where my wisdom teeth used to be, not having, those bulges anymore.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
Um,
I've had my wisdom teeth out for a very long time, and I still will occasionally tongue dart that barren space where a tooth once was and be like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah. But no, I went to the gym this weekend. I was still feeling some mouth pain, but like my logic was like maybe I need to get out of the house and like get a workout in and try to, I don't know, just try to like live a normal like day instead of like worrying about my mouth pain, and maybe it'll go away. And I got a pretty decent headache towards the end of my workout. Then I came home and smoked pot for the first time that I have since the surgery, and I've really felt great ever since, honestly.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm feeling good, man. And I had the follow-up consultation this past Friday with the oral surgeon, and I'm very like just surprised at how smooth this whole thing has went from my initial visit to the dentist when my mouth was in a lot of pain. I want to say early last month, late April. I thought that the feedback was going to be terrible because honestly, I haven't had the best dental hygiene over the years. But according to the dentist, I had no cavities, just had to get my wisdom teeth removed. And then according to the oral surgeon, he's like, "Yeah, I mean, you gotta worry about your gums a little bit. You gotta get better with the floss and stuff, but otherwise, you have good, strong teeth, and this whole wisdom teeth removal surgery is like a good reset for you." And I was just kind of surprised to hear all that. You know what I mean? Like, but so I just gotta be a little bit better about flossing. Otherwise, my wisdom teeth thing is in the rear view mirror at this point. Kind of, I think I'm good to go.
Isn't it kind of nice though when you see the dentist and he's like, "Got to floss more," but outside of that, everything's in solid shape. And you're like, "Oh, fuck yeah, my mouth kicks ass."
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be nice to like go
really
get blood work done from a doctor and they're like, "Yep, there's no like spike in white blood cells that shows that there's cancer. There's no like we've checked your arteries and you're not like 5 days from a heart attack."
It would be. And maybe I'll address that before football season after the summer. No, I'll get over the doctor because I do need to get some blood work. I got to be better. And who knows how long this Outkick job lasts. You know, I might have to get back into freelance work or writing. Not sure. It's all good so far, but like I shouldn't be taking the whole health insurance, dental insurance thing for granted.
Oh
you know,
my
I
God,
should be
yeah.
using those benefits while I got it because the Fox News benefits package is fucking sick. As I'm sure a lot of you guys can imagine. I mean, you knew how it was at Sirius.
Oh yeah.
Some of the positive thing about working for these big corporations is sometimes, I won't say always, but sometimes they have really good health and dental benefits, and that's what my situation is. So
Yeah, like
I
when
gotta take
when the
advantage of
doctor
that.
when the doctor said to me like I'm gonna recommend you for a sleep study. I was like, that sounds fucking expensive, and I have bitch ass insurance. And she was like, "Oh, it shouldn't be too bad." And then she like pulled up my profile and she's like, "Oh yeah, you do have bitch ass insurance." And I'm like, "Yep, yep, 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 yep." I
Yeah,
basically
dude.
just need you to tell me everything's okay, lady.
But I use all my dental visit allowance pretty much on this wisdom tooth removal surgery. So I
Oh
kind
no.
of want that to re-up again at the beginning of the year, which is a while away before I start doing like my deep cleanings. But maybe I'll just do one and pay out of pocket. I'm sure they can't cost much more than $150. I'm hoping. We'll see. But sure, that's not why people tune into MSPH to hear me talk about my fucking mouth or health issues.
I
But
mean,
don't worry, Kevin. I will get to the doctor sooner than later because I do know I have some health stuff to work on. Again, if the oral surgeon is saying your blood pressure's high, dude, then I should probably see a doctor.
yeah.
You should at least go to a CVS or something. If I don't even know if they still have these anymore, where you can go sit in the
Blood
blood
pressure
pressure
test?
machine. Yeah, get a blood pressure test done. Just see if it's still. If you're not having any other negative effects, like it might have just been a one-off that your blood pressure was that high when you were there from anxiety or something.
Yeah, it could be. When I first got into the fucking surgery chair, my blood pressure was like 165, 170, and over like I think 105. And they're like, "You're like, we think you're gonna be able to do surgery and be all right, but we just need you to calm down a little bit. Maybe it's anxiety or whatever." Because I think like the high mark was like 170, and again I was at like 167. But then it got down to like 135 over like 90. So yeah, maybe it was just like anxiety originally, some anxiety, but it's also like
I mean,
I'm
okay.
fat, like I eat shitty. So like
Do you
I'm not
guys
in great health. I know that.
Do you
So
guys?
that puts you in, instead of being in hypertension stage 2, you're in hypertension stage 1 with a blood pressure of that.
Of what, 135 or 167?
135 over 70.
Yeah, because I never know. I don't know what that fraction means. So every time I get my blood pressure taken, it's always way different than the last one. And I just look at them. I'm like, good or bad? And they're like, good. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. But should be good to go here. I was pissed off. I did a between two flushes because I really wanted to get the orange dreamsicle Wendy's Frosty after going to the oral surgeon.
Yeah, I was trying to ask you
way.
about that.
Oh, man. Wendy's on the way from the or in between the oral surgeon office and my apartment. So I was like, fuck yeah, two birds with one stone here. And of course they had chocolate Frosties, but not orange dreamsicle Frosties. What the fuck?
I had almost a full-on Karen meltdown over that orange fucking Frosty.
Oh no!
The night I traveled back from California, on the way home, I text Draven and was like, "I'll bring fast food home. How's Wendy's?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I ordered on the app, and I ordered a fucking orange creamsicle Frosty. And when I picked up the order, they handed me a chocolate one. And I was like, oh no, this is not what I ordered. I ordered the orange one. And he's like, oh, we're out. And I was like, what do you mean you're out? How can I order it if you're out?
Gotta fix your fucking app.
I was so angry. I was like, well, refund me. He's like, oh, I can't. You ordered on the app. You have to go through the app. And it is impossible to request a refund on the app, of course.
Well, did you eat the chocolate Frosty?
I sure did.
It was delicious, right?
Of course I did. Yeah.
You dip your French fries in the Frosty?
Every now and then, not typically. The Frosty I put in I eat as a true dessert.
I'm with you. Same strategy.
See, I don't understand this whole thing because I don't really do fast food that much, and when I do, it's usually just In-N-Out because Carl's obsessed. But when I worked at McDonald's, and granted, I was fucking 19, so it's almost 23 years ago, but our shit never broke down. Like, the only time it was ever out of service was when we had to break it down and clean it. And trust me, you want those motherfuckers clean. Because all that milk and dairy going through it, there can be some nasty shit growing. And we must have just had like a really good McDonald's because we did clean that thing on schedule as often as you're supposed to. And outside of that, it never fucking broke. And all I see on social media is people like pissed. It's like become its own punchline.
So when McDonald's did upgrades, I think what happened is they went to a different ice cream machine.
Oh.
And there is an exclusive contract that there is only one company that can fix them.
Oh God, that's where you get fucked. That's like kind of like the same thing that happened with comics during the pandemic. There's only Diamond. They're the only people distributing comics, and people were fucking furious.
And there was a company that created a diagnostic tool that McDonald's franchisees could use to find out what was wrong and repair the machines without this company. And it caused this startup that created this thing to get sued by the manufacturer and get a cease and desist from McDonald's.
Oh my God.
It's been a thing. Yeah, so it's a racket is what it is. These machines are manufactured by one company, maintained by one company, and nobody else can fuck with them. So this company just keeps the perception I have is that the repair company is just padding their pockets.
Probably. That's what it sounds like when you don't have any competition and shit's always broken, and if someone tries to fix it, they get sued. Yeah, that's a sure sign that someone who is rich is getting richer. That actually kind of just sparked a thought in my head. Has there ever been, I mean, I'm sure there has been, but a definitive fast food GOAT bracket?
Not that we've done. I'm sure Barstool has done it.
Because I'm sure there is, anybody who's in California or has visited California, the temptation is always to just say that In-N-Out is the best, but In-N-Out has no variety. Their burgers are fucking delicious if you get them animal style. And they have pretty good shakes too, but that's it. It's burgers. You either get one patty or two patty or however many patties you want, or you get fries, or you get a milkshake. And I would kind of argue that could knock you out of a bracket if you go up against a place that has a multitude of things you can order.
But does it really matter? Like, how does that really matter? How much do you, like, if you go to McDonald's, how much does your order vary?
I get the same thing every time after basketball.
When I did go to McDonald's, I did like switching it up.
Well, how many things did you switch it up? Like, do you do a tour of the menu, or do you, like me, I stick with either a Big Mac or a 10-piece, and occasionally I'll do a quarter pounder with cheese.
Okay. So you got, that's 3 different things from a relatively big menu. But you've already named 2 things that In-N-Out doesn't have. They have no chicken products.
Well, right, but on the flip side, KFC, Popeyes, and Bojangles only have chicken.
That's true, but they do have variety. They somehow still have variety. They have sandwiches. They have a whole multitude of sides. They have popcorn chicken. They have bone-in chicken. They have tenders. Okay,
what about Five Guys then?
I see that falls in the same
hot
category.
Dogs.
Delicious fucking
hot dog.
burgers. They also have, those when you go and you see like a Back to the Future 2 soda machine at a place where it's a touch screen and they have like 90,000 different types of soda. Five Guys kind of has that with milkshakes. And Carl and I one time were like, we were in the mall and we were just like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go get milkshakes from Five Guys. And I got a peanut butter milkshake and my socks flew off and I gizzed my pants. So again, variety
in my pants.
Variety in the shakes, In-N-Out, vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry.
I am glad that you brought this fast food topic up, though, because I would like to discuss Taco Bell with both of you.
Shuddy, I would love to talk Taco Bell with you.
Have you guys seen what the new special items are that are coming out on Wednesday that are available? I'm going to be eating them tonight.
Are you going to do the midnight release?
No, because if you have a rewards account with Taco Bell, you can get it early access.
Man, what a gangster you are, Shuddy.
Man, save some chicks for the rest of us.
I mean, if anybody has the fucking Taco Bell app, they can do this. It's not that big of a deal. But you guys are familiar with the Crunchwrap Supreme, right?
I sure am.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I was a little confused by this, but keep going.
Now the Crunchwrap Supreme, the crunch in the middle of it is a giant Cheez-It.
I love Cheez-Its.
And then they also have a Cheez-It tostada. So it's just this giant Cheez-It with stuff on top of it.
I would devour that.
Yeah. It's supposed to be 16 times larger than the normal Cheez-It.
Whoa.
Here, let's...
That's fucking cool. See, that's something worth getting excited about. A giant Cheez-It made just so they could collaborate with Taco Bell? This is the future. What? Look at that fucking... What?
Yeah, dude. Looks epic. I thought they were only in Texas and Illinois, though. They're coming nationwide in a few days?
They're nationwide, yeah. We can order them right now.
I'm snack
Wow.
attacking that shit for like
Oh,
100%. I love Cheez-Its.
oh shit. And you know what, dude? Taco Bell gets so much flack, but that's one of the ones where when I do, you know, say fuck it, it's time to have put a little fast food in my life. I like Taco Bell, man. It's fucking good. I know the ingredients are probably as low as the FDA will allow humans to consume, but god damn it, does it taste good.
My only issue with Taco Bell is that it's not as economical as it once was.
That's true. And it does
I
make me shit my
remember the
pants.
days of rolling in there and ordering an obscene amount of food for less than $20, and that is impossible now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of become the thing with everywhere, but that is exciting. Those are some fun new items.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Draven has declared that tonight is Taco Bell night, so I'm not arguing with him,
I mean, the last time I
especially since he's also paying. So
Oh man, you fucking scored, Shuddy. The last time I went to Taco Bell was when I was on my way to like a sound session for the movie, and I realized I didn't eat anything and I was going to be there for a very long time. So I was like, all right, just inject some fast food into my stomach. And I got a Mexican pizza from Taco Bell. And boy, was that fucking delicious. But it took all of my willpower to not shit my pants through that whole session. And I didn't do it. Fuck yeah. Pooped in the toilet.
one of the
like a
few
big boy.
times where you haven't shit your pants.
That's true. It's all about the small victories, Shuddy. But hey, real quick, speaking of John Cooper, the poster is finished. So that's going to be the new official poster is going to be on social media. I mean, we're recording this on a Monday, but I feel like by the time it's uploaded, edited, and posted, people don't really listen until Tuesday. So probably right now, you can head over to @JohnCooperMovie on Instagram. Give it a follow, please, because we're now in crunch time, and every follow makes us look cooler. So when we pitch to a streamer and they check out our social media following, every little bit helps. So if you wouldn't mind, if you're not stingy with your follows, toss it a follow. Check out the poster, and I'm really pumped about it. I think it looks fucking sick.
Even if you are stingy with your follows, give it a follow.
Yeah, please. It's a good one. It's worth it. I showed it
I
to
have
Carl's friend, who you guys met at the premiere over the weekend, and she did like one of those cartoon like eyes bugging out of her head things. She was like, "Oh my god, that's a real poster. That's awesome." It has been funny. Like that has been so much of the response to the trailer, people that have seen the poster, and then people that saw the movie at the premiere. They're like, "Oh my god, that's like real." Like, no offense, but I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take it. Neither was I. So Jeff, I want to circle back to, because we kind of glossed over it, but you were so pissed about the Wendy's orange creamsicle that you made a between two flushes about it. And I know those don't come easy. How bad did you lose your shit on the person that denied you your delicious treat?
I didn't. I mean, what am I gonna say? It's not. I mean, it could have been his fault, I guess, but I don't know. Sorry doesn't put the delicious Triscuit crackers in my belly, does it, Carl? I don't know. I didn't. I was just like, really? But yeah, all right, I'm good. I'm good. And just drove and just left. All I went to Wendy's for was the the Frosty. Like it was still, I don't know, it was 8 days later and my mouth was still a little sore and I was just kind of being a pussy. Like I didn't smoke until yesterday and I was fiending the other day and I like Googled it and they're like, yeah, you can wait 48 or 72 hours and you should be good. And this was like after
Like a week, right?
just that, yeah, this was like 6 days afterwards. And I was still like, nah, dude. the pain or the possibility of dried socket has scared me so much. Like I'm not even gonna risk it. Not gonna smoke. So I didn't want to do anything to fuck up my recovery before my consultation. And then even afterwards, I still wasn't ready to like eat a burger. So I really just wanted to go to Wendy's for the Frosty. And then when they said no go, I was like, fuck this. All right. Well, I didn't say fuck this to him, but in my head I said fuck this. Like, all right, whatever, dude. Just bounce. But no, I'm not. I'm, believe it or not, a little, I would say less Karen than Shuddy, even though Shuddy said he almost went Karen and didn't fully go Karen on the Wendy's people that pulled the bait and switch with him on the Frosties. But no, I don't know. There
So
was nothing that was going to be done about me bitching about it.
Is it a limited edition one? The creamsicle?
Yeah. Yeah, it's limited edition.
Man.
And I guess they only have a finite amount
Of goo?
orange dreamsicle, yeah, flavoring or bags that they have per day. I mean, I went at it was after a doctor's appointment. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Like, what? You guys are out now? You're open until like 3 a.m. You got another 12 hours of having to give people this bad news.
Yeah. Man.
And as I talked about in the between two flushes, it's just kind of like bad luck with me and the McFlurry machines. Like I said in the between two flushes, like I'll go and get Wendy or McDonald's after basketball every Wednesday night. And every now and then I'll ask Bill or Cheech what they want. And Bill a couple times has asked for a McFlurry. And I'll always be like, dude, all right, if they don't have a McFlurry though, you don't want anything else? Like any food? And he's like, no, I'll just have a McFlurry. I was like, well, they usually don't have them. And every time I've tried to order him a McFlurry, they've had it. And like every time I went in to get a McFlurry, it's like a fucking coin flip for me. So I don't know. It's just like some sort of curse that I'm dealing with, battling through at McDonald's and now Wendy's at this point. But I don't know. Hopefully I don't have the same issues with the Cheez-It situation at Taco Bell, because I've been seeing that on Instagram for a while now, and I'm looking forward to that.
I feel like ever since Popeyes did that spicy chicken sandwich that was damn near impossible to get, every fast food place, when they do a new limited edition thing, it's always like impossible to get.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's by design.
Try to do like the iPhones.
Yeah.
Where they just want to like, I don't know, build up the intrigue with scarcity.
Yeah.
Not sure what the deal is, but
I hate that tactic.
Like they say in Game of Thrones, there's always got to be a Stark and Winterfell. There's always got to be a box of Cheez-Its in a Clark house. I love Cheez-Its. I fucking love them. So I'm definitely going to be snack attacking that.
Nice. I went and saw.
This is how you remind. Okay.
Yeah, stay tuned to the Easter egg to see how that plays off. I did go to the cinema this past week.
I did too.
I
didn't see anything new.
I had to go solo for this one because this was a non-Carl feature. But I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Have you heard about In a Violent Nature?
No, I haven't. I have to make a phone call real quick. So you guys are on your own to talk about this movie I've never heard of.
Okay. There we go. Off he goes into the sunset. So it's a slasher movie, but it's all done, and the slasher is very Jason Voorhees. It's like in the woods. It's around a lake. There's no campers or camp counselors, but he does slaughter youngsters. But the I guess the gimmick with this one is it's almost exclusively from the slasher's perspective. So they kind of show...
I think I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, they show these kids going into the woods, and they kind of break the spell holding this monster underground. And it gets up, and then it just sort of slinks around, and it's got open wounds on it from, previous battles, I suppose. And they kind of just show it stomping through the woods. Like there's a lot of tracking shots of this Voorhees type, just sort of thump, 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 thump. And then you start hearing people talking, and he gets closer to people or civilization, and the story kind of builds out from it overhearing people's conversations. And then once somebody's alone, this motherfucker fucks people up. Oh my god.
The kills are brutal?
Oh my god. Yeah, like jaw-dropping.
Is this a good oh my god?
Yeah.
Or is it too brutal?
No. It's good. It's good. I mean, it's probably going to be too brutal for some people, and it was definitely too brutal for Carl, which it was a good reason. It was a good thing she stayed behind for this one. But like, that was kind of how I was sold on this movie. So when I went and saw it, like, there are a couple of kills that sort of happen out of view, and I'm like, come on, this is supposed to be the movie with like the big gnarly kills. But the ones that they do show are, woo. I mean, they look great. A lot of it looks and probably is practical, but there are some parts where it's like, wow, how did they? If that's not CG, how did they do that? Like, it looked so good. And you know, a couple of the kills were, I guess you could say, pretty standard for a slasher kill. Like, they didn't reinvent the wheel, but they're done so gruesome that you're still just like, oh fuck. Like, I feel like everybody's watched a horror movie where someone's head gets crushed with a rock. But even in this one, people are like, oh! Like, visibly, or like audibly just like gasping. And I will say this, because I don't want to spoil any kills. I could describe them for you, but it's way better if you see them play out. But the yoga girl, oh my god, what a terrible end she meets. Holy shit!
Did he catch her in a yoga studio, or she's just wearing hot ass yoga pants? Why do you say yoga girl?
She's like that. That's her character's thing, is she likes yoga. So the slasher stumbles upon her doing yoga by a cliff. And oh boy, buckle up, because it's not just a kill; it is a journey.
is there like a love interest? Is there any like character arc for the slasher?
No, not really. I mean, there's like, you know, it's not very heavy on story or exposition. It's kind of just
pretty committed to the murdering.
Yeah, if you like watching horror movies for the kills, this one's got some good ones. But it is done in a very art house kind of way. So like I mentioned, the start of the movie is pretty front loaded with a lot of just tracking shots of the slasher walking through the woods. And it almost kind of, for me at least, it made it just like a little bit more unsettling. Just, you know, in a Friday the 13th movie, Jason will just pop out from somewhere and just fuck somebody up. But in this one, you kind of see the maneuvers he takes, and it's almost kind of creepy. It's like slasher ASMR in a way. But it's almost is kind of like if A24 took a shot at making a Friday the 13th movie. Because the guy, like, when he comes up in the woods, like when he's back and resurrected, he goes to this ranger station where they have displays of, you know, firefighters through the ages. So it takes the mask it wears is this old-timey firefighter mask, and he takes these two gigantic metal hooks with this big thick chain connecting them, and it's like Mortal Kombat fatalities the way they play out. It's fucking sick. Like, it might be a little too art house for some people, and the ending left a little bit to be desired from me, but the rest of it was just so fucking cool. And it was a fresh take on slashers. I really appreciated that. And as a horror movie,
called again?
It's called In a Violent Nature. I bet you Bill would like it. And Jeff, you would probably just like a YouTube supercut of all the kills put together. But man, some of them are just fucking nasty.
Director Chris Nash. I went to school with Chris Nash.
Maybe
Can't be the same guy. He was not into films at all.
No.
It's a pretty basic name. No, that's not him. I'm on the IMDb page now.
It was rad, though. I mean, I will...
None of these names are recognize.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody really big in it.
What country is this from again?
America.
Oh, oh shit.
I think one of the women that shows up towards the end, she was in one or two of the Friday the 13th movies. But
Okay.
I'll suck 4 violent dicks, 4 violent penises. It's cool.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't very long. It's like a 90-minute runtime.
Good in and out.
Yeah.
Nice and lean.
Yep.
I went to the theater once, and it was to rewatch the 30th anniversary of, or they re-released The Crow
Oh, fuck
for
yeah.
its 30th anniversary.
When was the last time you saw The Crow before going to the theater? This past week.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And I definitely didn't like it as much recently as I did growing up.
Really?
I noticed a lot more 90s cheese than I definitely picked up on during
Yeah.
the era or when it first came out, but I didn't like it as much as Shuddy, and named his child after the Brandon Lee character, but it was one of my favorite movies growing up for a while. Actually, it was definitely on like my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, when I was in high school,
Oh
shit,
and I was
sorry.
like really into Bruce Lee, and I guess tangentially in this case it'd be Brandon Lee as well. Um, oh no, you froze up on me.
Yeah, you froze on me too. I wonder who it is.
I can see you talking, but I can't hear anything. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you now. It seems like it got
Okay,
it out
now,
of its system.
now I hear you. Okay. It says your internet's stable or your internet connection's unstable. Fuck. God damn it, this bullshit again. But I liked it a lot more when I was a kid. Definitely was a little cheesier this time around. And I was huge into Bruce Lee, so I was into Brandon Lee as well, or was interested in him. And I thought it was just super fascinating when I was a kid how he fucking died on set of the movie. Thought that whole story was crazy to me.
Yeah.
But it was funny. They had like not a Q&A, but they had like interviews or discussions from people that made the movie beforehand because it was the 30th anniversary re-release. But the only person they found was the production designer. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what. Obviously, Brandon Lee's on option. It appeared that the director wasn't that chill about talking about it. And really, the only person they could get was the production designer, which I thought was hilarious because who the fuck would want to ever talk about the making of that movie afterwards, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many Q&As they're going to be doing after Rust, you know?
Right.
Like when someone dies on set notoriously, that kind of overshadows whatever else happened. I feel like maybe because The Crow came out before social media and before everybody was like, because I don't even know what happened in the aftermath. Like, I mean, they're still trying to charge Alec Baldwin with murder
which is outrageous to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't read the story back to front like that or front to back, but like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he was
he
handed
could be
a gun
charged.
while making a Western. Like he was going to go on set in a scene, point that at somebody and pull the fucking trigger.
Yeah.
Like, I guess
he's
it's-
not a ballistics expert. He was told the gun was good.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he?
It's wild to me. But I think we're now like that's kind of the modern era. Like everybody, no matter what happens, people want fucking blood. Like you said a bad word, you should be fucking destitute and die on the streets. Like oh, someone made a mistake. Like I 100% agree that the armorer should be in deep fucking shit for something like that. But like, nope, not enough. More heads got to roll. And I guess it's kind of stupid of me to start this conversation because I don't know what happened after The Crow. But like, I don't know if the armorer got arrested. I don't know. Like, I mean, the director went on and did Dark City, which, in my opinion, is a 5-dicker. So that guy's career went on, and you never really heard much about
What
it
did he
other than
do
Brandon Lee died.
outside of that though? Because
I think he did
I
a
didn't
Nick
remember the director's name.
Alex Proyas, I think, Because I think he
Right.
also did a Nick Cage movie that I really liked. I think it's called Knowing. I think he might have done that one. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I when I rewatched The Crow, because growing up, I had a lot of my friends were like metalhead goth kids and just had a VHS of The Crow and put it on fucking constantly. So I sort of got sick of it a little bit, and then watched it. I don't know, within the last couple years, and I was like, all right, I was bracing myself for it to be horrible, and like you said, there was some '90s cheese, but overall, I was like, that movie still kicks ass, and Ernie Hudson just crushes that movie. He's so fucking good in it.
He is. He's smoking a cigarette in every scene. I like that. I miss the days when it was cool to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, you should start smoking.
I should. It'd go great with my high blood pressure. Sure.
Shuddy, is
Yeah,
that
I guess this guy directed iRobot as well, which was randomly on the third screen
No way.
in my living room last night. It like auto played after I put on Gone in 60 Seconds because I feel like that's a cool movie to just throw on there without any sound because everyone knows what's going on. It's not a big deal, but like I guess it just auto tuned to iRobot after. I didn't know he did that movie. Shuddy, you're raising your hand. Who you gonna weigh in here with some Crow takes or Brandon Lee stuff? What do you got?
So basically, it was just a string of unfortunate events in the Brandon Lee thing.
Yeah, because
The
I know it
prop
was
gun
like a blank casing that accidentally got fired, right?
So what happened? Just from it doesn't look like there were any negative charges or anything brought up after this, but the prop gun had issues a week prior where they were using dummy rounds, but they still had the primer cap on them. So when the trigger got pulled, it ejected the slug slightly into the barrel. And then the armorer emptied out all the casings that were in the clip, but never cleared the barrel. So then when they went to do the scene that killed Brandon Lee and the blank was put in, it actually shot the slug that was lodged in the barrel out, and that's what killed him.
Yeah. But no one got in trouble, huh?
No one got in trouble, and the stunt performer they brought in to do it, it was actually helped create the John Wick franchise.
Interesting.
I think that'd be the end of his career, he or she's career. Really dodged a bullet there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Shuddy, did you go and rewatch The Crow in the re-release?
I didn't even know it was that, did you?
No, I did. I had Draven and I want to say watched it during spooky season or relatively
how dare
recently.
you call it that?
So I have seen it.
Is he does he like The Crow? Is he pumped that he's named after Brandon Lee's character?
Yes, he likes The Crow, yes.
That would have been real awkward if he hated it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would have been quite the Debbie Downer.
Dad, why did you name me after one of the characters in Caddyshack 2? This movie sucks. And Shuddy left.
But-
We pissed him off.
No, I just didn't close the door all the way when I came back from the phone call. So
I'm going to name my kid after Steven Dorff's character in Judgment Night.
I liked Furiosa so much, I'm going to name my firstborn Scrotus.
What was Steven Dorff's character's name? Why can't I remember this? John.
because the movie sucks.
Deacon Frost. Oh, no, that's Blade.
That's a much better Steven Dorff name.
What's that from again? I know that name.
Blade.
Blade.
Oh, well, I shouldn't know that. I don't even really like that movie.
Ugh. Blade fucking rules.
I know. Well, I can't say I don't like it. I've never really watched it. I'm not into vampire shit.
God, you're a pussy.
So I'll suck 3.5 Brandon Lee dicks.
Yeah, that's
the
not terrible.
rewatch?
I think I gave it 4 on my rewatch.
Um,
I
I can't remember exactly when we watched it, but the very next movie we watched after The Crow was Hackers.
I got to give that a
And
rewatch.
Angelina Jolie's tits come out for those, right? For that movie, right?
Thank you, Mr. Skin.
sort of.
Oh,
They're not
you see
bare.
some. Oh, you
They're
don't see
not
any nips.
bare. You do see nips, but it's like a wet t-shirt. It's not bare skin. But
I've worked with less.
the black guy, the black bad guy from The Crow, the one where that he kills and gets the trench coat from,
Oh, yeah,
is
what's that guy's name? Tintin?
yeah, Tintin. He's one of the hacker crew in Hackers. So it was very jarring going from Tintin to the wacky character he plays in. I want to keep calling him Morpheus, but he's not. But he's the one where they go to his house in Hackers and he's got like the hood on at first.
I haven't seen Hackers in a really long time. How does it hold up?
I mean,
Is it
hold up
entertaining?
how? Hold up how? Because what we
The
know
internet
now,
references aren't that strong.
yeah, what we know now about how computers and the internet work, it does not hold up. But it is
Gives you
fun
the
to
impression
watch.
that you gives you the impression you could take over the world with a floppy disk.
Yeah. The technical nature of Hackers holds up about as well as the tech stuff in the original Tron does.
You know, this is reminding me. I just googled Angelina Jolie's tits, hoping something on the image tab had some good results. But what's going on with her? Did she get cancer? Did she Me Too someone or rare reverse Me Tooing? Well, why isn't she around anymore?
I don't know. I think she's just taking time off. I mean, she's certainly got enough money where she doesn't have to work. She's probably just chilling out with all of her kids. That'd be my guess.
Let me Google it. Spouse. Man, her and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, they're still
working
going
on
at
for
it.
a while now.
Shuddy, what did you give The Crow when you gave it your last rewatch?
Let me see if I put it on the D of letter boxes.
So that means we can rule out it being a 5-dicker. I feel like you remember if you give something 5 dicks.
I didn't rate it. It's a solid 4-dicker. I saw it not long after it first came out, so it was my cousin had it on VHS, so we watched it regularly.
Yeah.
So it's always been, I've always enjoyed it. However, the soundtrack to City of Angels, The Crow City of Angels, is superior to the soundtrack of The Crow.
I have never seen any of the Crow sequels.
I saw City of Angels once, but I had the soundtrack on CD.
Is City of Angels, is that the one with Edward Furlong? Is that the John Connor one? Because I know he
No.
was a crow.
No, that's the one with Kirsten Dunst, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never seen any of the sequels.
No, I mean the one with Edward Furlong. But on the soundtrack for City of Angels, Hole, White Zombie, Filter, Bush.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that
Bush.
Gravediggers was on the soundtrack.
Oh,
I
cool.
like Bush. How do we feel about Bush?
Korn,
I'm more of a
Iggy
shaved guy.
Pop, Deftones, PJ Harvey.
Yeah, that's solid.
It's a solid soundtrack.
90s as fuck.
It's not Judgment Night good, but it's good.
Two great soundtracks attached to garbage movies. That's good reference, Jeff.
Well, we do have an announcement to make.
Hold on. I saw one more movie.
Oh, sorry. I
Dream
saw you start
scenario.
eating an Uncrustable and figured you were taking a break.
No. I'm gonna work through my break. Don't worry. I'm gonna work right through my lunch. I saw a movie I believe you've seen already, Kevin, Nick Cage vehicle, the Dream Scenario,
Yeah,
A24 movie,
saw
right?
that in the theater. Yep.
Me and Cheech and Bill too watched that last night. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was nice.
Interesting. I honestly, I
Lean.
was ready for you to tear it apart. It does not seem like a Jeff Clark movie.
No, dude, it was fun. I mean, I could watch Nick Cage randomly show up in people's dreams for at least 2 hours before getting bored.
Yeah.
I really kind of wish it was the whole thing. Like sometimes the flashback or the flash forward, whatever, those scenes in movies kind of piss me off. If the whole thing was just done in Nick Cage randomly showing up in people's dreams and nightmares, I'd have been into it. I could have watched it for 3 hours.
It was awesome, right? Because like it was either kind of scary or really funny. His appearances in people's dreams, and I was there for all of it.
I like the turn that it made. Like I like the arc of the character or the story or whatever. I'm not going to spoil it, but I thought it was good, and I thought like the way I don't know who made the movie, the director, the A24 people, whatever, the filmmaker made it. Like it was a good story. It had my intention, and it felt like something that would make sense if that situation were to actually happen, right? Everyone's dreaming about the same fucking guy.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, it's just this bland professor. I don't even remember what he does. Something about science. Some science professor at a college is seen in everyone's dreams and becomes a viral sensation because of which, and then he has to deal with the fame of it, and he's trying to use this to accomplish his own goals, and then eventually it kind of goes awry for him. So it was pretty good though. Not a very time consuming watch, lean, and just like a bunch of like interesting scenes back to back to back. I thought it was good. I'll suck forward Dream Scenario dicks.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that as well. I think I gave it 4 dicks. Solid flick.
Yeah.
Good Nick Cage weirdness. And like it's been out for a minute. It's been on HBO for a while. So I'll spoil one gag just because I got to get Jeff's reaction. But the cum fart.
No. The cum fart is awesome.
I mean, even if that movie was trash, when I got to the cum fart part, I was like, oh, 4 dicks is the baseline.
Yeah. The cum fart was good. And just the way he and she handled that scene was perfect too.
Yeah.
I've never seen that girl before or after. She was cute.
Yeah.
I was digging her, and you know, she was giving him the fuck me eyes during the meeting, and I was like, oh my God. Let's go, dude.
Who is this little minx?
And I figured they were gonna circle back on that, but for a second I was like, oh, all right, that's the end of this chick storyline. But they got her back involved, and it was good. I was rooting for him there, and it went pretty much the worst. I was like, I saw this. I was like, this. I feel like this happened to Kevin once. Like Kevin has talked about this.
I don't think I have.
I mean, that's something I would hope you wouldn't talk about in the podcast.
No, I mean it's very on brand, but I've never had a cum fart. I mean,
You've never. Well, I don't know about the coming part, but you've never farted in front of a woman.
Never consciously, no. And never purposefully. I mean, I did accidentally one time giz on my own face, but that's a whole other story.
It's like when Jose Canseco gets fucking accused of taking steroids. Like I never knowingly took steroids as he stands there 6'3", 280 pounds of muscle. Like I never knowingly did it. Kevin never knowingly farted in front of a girl. Has it happened? Well, who's to say?
I mean, yeah, I the couple of times I've been on the subway and someone pricks me with a needle and they run away afterwards. I don't know what they shot me up with, but I've never knowingly done steroids.
Yeah, just fucking ripped. Good genes.
Do a lot of push-ups.
Get a lot of sleep.
What do you want from me? Are we cool to make the announcement? Shuddy, I believe that might fall under your jurisdiction.
It is
Nice.
under my jurisdiction, and I'm good if Jeff is ready now.
I'm good. I'm not going to be thrilled with the announcement, but here we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do you want me to cue you up, Shuddy? Is that what you're waiting for?
That's what I was waiting for.
Okay,
Yeah, we have
hold
a
on.
button.
All right.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. Breaking news with Shudder. MSPH Wrestling is back. We are having the next event, WrestleMania. MSPH Wrestling 18. Jeff, what is that in Roman numerals?
18. XV 3 dashes.
Dashes?
Or like three eyes, three capital eyes.
Okay.
3 upward dashes.
Yes, that is correct.
3 bars.
Dawn of a Pooh Era
Yeah.
is the title of the event.
We should let
It
people
is-
know that there hasn't been an MSPH Wrestling in a minute. We did a bit of a revamp. So the 3 of us got together with the commissioner and we brainstormed a bunch of ideas for matches. We tried to make sure that they are all show related. So related to some sort of reference, joke, inside joke, people that have been on the show. Trying to keep it more relevant, keep it a little bit tighter of an event. And this is going to be the first one on a new system, right? Or a new game?
New game, the WWE 2K24, I believe.
Yeah,
Dom.
I know Don put a lot of work in getting a lot of the characters from the old game into the new one, but we lost a bunch too, so that sucks.
Well, so part of the reason it was delayed was so he could migrate it to this new game, because we were going to do a 420 event. He just didn't have time to get it in. So this is going to be Saturday, June 29th at 8 p.m. at twitch.tv/DomV311.
Come original.
Here are the matches. The first match is a no holds barred match,
Ooh.
which is Dustin Ibarra versus Doug Benson.
Wait, what? All right, so that match just got changed?
Because you wanted it to be, what's his name?
Yeah, I thought-
can't even, Wacky Man.
Yeah, I thought we were going to do Dustin Ibarra versus Wacky Man.
Now the commission had better ideas, I guess.
Oh,
You
You
Kevin.
come in-
Yeah, I guess we got
This was-
overruled.
Then there is the Lost City casket match, where whoever puts their opponent inside of the casket and closes the lid wins. The winner becomes the number 1 contender for the MSPH Women's World Championship. It's going to be Red Rage versus a mystery opponent,
Okay.
which I will share maybe I'll share the mystery opponent with you guys between shows. Maybe.
Oh,
Please.
Maybe.
yeah.
Then there's an Extreme Rules Face Your Fears tag match, which is going to be the Dragon Jeff Clark teaming up with myself to battle a seal and a Canada Goose.
We got this, buddy. We got this.
You guys have talked a lot of shit over the years. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and see if you can beat up a seal and a goose.
I just hope you don't fucking betray me, Shuddy.
Turn on you and side with the fucking goose. I don't think that'll happen.
You don't hate me that much, right?
No. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, but not when it's a
Nice.
fucking goose. Not when it's a goose. Then we've got a tables match for the MSPH Hardcore Championship, which is Purple Badger Man versus the current title holder T-Bone. Then we have a War Games match, which is two separate rings in a cage.
Okay.
So there's two separate matches going on. I'm not exactly sure. This is it's just how Dom explained it to me. It's going to be action heroes versus game show hosts.
Oh, baby.
So it's Arnold, Bruce Willis, and Sly versus Bobby B, David Ruprecht, and Howie Mandel.
Wait,
Who's the game show host?
Bob Barker?
Bob Barker, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a note here that says the MSPH Canadian Championship has been retired. So number one contender Crowdham O'Neill will have an opportunity at the MSPH Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time reading that. So then there's a triple threat match for the MSPH Intercontinental Championship, which is Fonzo versus Crowdham O'Neill versus the reigning champ Clowny Hair.
Oh, damn.
And I think Clowny Hair is going to leave with his belt.
He usually does.
How that man wrestles.
The guy is an icon.
Then we have an ambulance match for the MSPH Women's Championship. The winner of the casket match from the earlier in the night will face Agnetha, the cave woman, who is the reigning champion, who has rebranded herself as Party Hour Agnetha. So we'll see what that entails.
Nice rebrand.
And then we have the Fatal 4-Way Backstage Brawl Elimination match for the MSPH World Heavyweight Championship, as well as to become king of Hoop Slime Alley.
Oh.
So we've got Kevin Kraft facing the 11 trillion peso man versus the $11 trillion man, who is the reigning champion and current king of Poop Slime Alley, versus a returning mystery superstar known simply as the Poopsolence of Poopsecution.
What the fuck? All right, I'm on board.
Old school WWF fans, if they take poop out of that nickname, should be able to come up with the original nickname it's for.
Yeah, it's above my pay grade.
Excellence of execution. Poopsolence of Poopsecution.
Still
Bret the Hitman Hart, baby.
Oh, okay. There we go.
And then there's going to be a 30-man Royal Rumble match for the MSPH Money in the Bank.
Boom. There you have it.
And if you are a Puminati Extreme Elite, you will have access to a Zoom link on Patreon the day of the event, and Dom always posts the full event card as well.
Yeah. So, if you want to get in on the action, not just watch the event on Twitch, but hang out in a Zoom with us and get weird, good time to check out patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. It actually always is, but particularly right now, because Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition has made its return, and I did see somebody say that they were lost. They were like, what is Craft or Jeff? But it's not a game where you decide whether it's me or Jeff. It is our Master Chef show. So I kind of sold Jeff on Master Chef years ago. Shuddy checked it out, and he was into it as well. And we were like, you know what? Let's just do a fucking recap show, and we'll compete against each other on Patreon. So we watch it every week. We do a rundown. We make our picks of who we think is going to leave with the trophy and win the whole competition. And then we kind of just talk shit on each other. We talk shit about the contestants. Jeff has a Food Chubs score that he gives all of the meals that are cooked, and it is wildly impossible to get a beat on. But we also find out what weird foods Jeff does not like, and also which foods he cannot pronounce. And it is just all around fun. So get in.
A lot of both.
Yeah. Get in on the ground floor. Only first episode is in the banks. But yeah, we've got a long couple months ahead of us where we're going to be doing Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition every week. So patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Please check it out. You will enjoy yourself. And I believe this week is the finale of Queef or No Queef, right?
I was just going to say that. Can Jeff catch me?
We'll see.
He's within shitting distance for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, there you have it, friends. New MSPH Wrestling coming soon. What is the date, Shuddy?
Saturday, June 29th.
Yeah. There you have it. So, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for supporting the show. If you haven't, great time to get involved with the Patreon. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffer Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And also at John Cooper Movie. Follow it. Check it out. See the new poster. It's dope. And what else? Oh, yeah. Do you like sports? Do you like betting? Do you like Jeff? Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
Yeah, should be returning this week with a breakdown of the Memorial Tournament. I actually hit a golf outright this past weekend at the Canadian Open, baby. Got the big lefty Scott, Robert McIntyre at 80-1. So coming into this Memorial Tournament hot.
You hit that bet?
Great.
You hit an 80-1 bet? Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick.
Oh, goddamn it, I only bet a penny.
Got me. No. Let's just say Daddy bought a new air fryer. Got out of a little bit of debt, which is nice. Ow! But
there's Jeff enjoying his air fryer.
Too. Yeah, it's got 2 compartments, dual settings. It's fucking sick. I can't wait.
Ow! I somehow just air fried my dick.
So, if you want the chance of maybe winning enough money to buy a new air fryer for yourself, check out Outkick Bets this week, where I give out my Memorial picks.
Fuck yeah. Check it out. Do it. I also
Is it weird that, and that was probably not the right time to ask, is it weird that my shirt blends in with my wall? Probably, right?
Yeah, you should fix that.
I didn't notice it until you just lifted up your shirt. I was like, they're almost the same color. Yeah, until you pointed it out.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that your face is kind of the same color as the wall.
It's true.
You got camo.
Just fucking, yeah, I'm just beiged up here.
Also, I got some fun stuff cooking at the movie night with Kevin Patreon. Just did a deep dive on The Thing, one of the sickest horror movies of all time. And for the month of June, I'm going to be doing sci-fi action movies. So this week, this Friday, drops the episode on Demolition Man. So check it out. Sign up there, patreon.com/movie night with Kevin. What's up, Shuddy?
So, question, or not question. How do you feel about Judge Dredd?
I like it.
Or the Sylvester Stallone. I mean, I do too. Draven and I just rewatched it, and it's incredibly similar to Demolition Man.
Yeah, it even has Rob Schneider being the silly comic relief. They both do, I mean.
Yeah, like I never realized just how much of how similar it was to Demolition Man in plot.
Yeah, and I feel obviously Demolition Man is far superior, but the hatred that Judge Dredd gets is unwarranted. It's not a fantastic movie, but it's fucking fun. It is a fun movie. Very campy, very silly. Lots of good action, lots of weirdness. I have it on Blu-ray. I watch it from time to time. Judge Dredd kicks ass. But yeah, check it out.
I bought it digitally the other day, or last week, It was $3.99 to rent or $4.99 to purchase.
Yeah, it's an easy decision. Very easy.
Oh, yeah.
What else? What else do we have? YouTube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour if you would like to watch these episodes instead of just listening. But as always, the audio podcast is the exclusive way to hear the Easter egg every week. And man, we went off about like 90s ass rock today.
Yeah, update on that. Carl said to answer my question of how do you feel about the Kings of Leon with not interested, why?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to continue. I'm just going to leave her hanging.
All right. Yeah, she's going to text me and be like, I think Jeff is trying to ask me out on a date.
Well, she's going to be snotty about the Kings of Leon.
I lost my virginity to Kings of Leon. How dare she?
It's one of my fuck tracks.
Oh, yeah. Gross. Well, hey, there you have it, friends. So thank you all for listening. The people that are subscribers, we'll see you on Patreon. For everybody else, until next time, something.